Hi friends, I'm Ruel Gaviola, and today we're playing Magical Athlete. In this racing game, you are going to race against your opponents 4 times, 4 different races, and the player with the most points wins. Now to do this, you're going to select a team of racers, and I'm going to set this up for a 4-player game, so everyone's going to get their die, a 6-sided die, and they're going to recruit or draft racers. So I'm going to draft 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to get 8 random racers here, and we're going to allow you to draft these in a snake draft. So basically, the first player is going to select one, the second player will select third player, then the fourth player will select fourth and fifth, and then go backwards there. So it's a snake draft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here are the 8 cards that have been drawn, and you're just going to get the meeples out here, and I'll do that through the magic of editing. Okay, so now we have the 8 racers here, and first player, they're going to take the hare, and they do that because the hare, they think it's going to be the fastest one, because the hare is typically fast, right? And each character is going to have a game ability. For instance, this one is hubris. So the hare, I get +2 to my main move. When I start my turn alone in the lead, I skip my main move. Okay, so what is a main move? I'm glad you asked, Ruel. Your main move is taking your die and rolling it, and then you're going to move that number of spaces. That is your main move. So in this case, if the hare would gone to step 5 here after their initial go, if they're in first all alone and they're in the lead, then they're going to skip that. But if they're not, so let's say the centaur was here, they're going to get +2 to their main move. So if the centaur was in front of them, they rolled a 5, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This kicks in, they get another 2. Okay, and then let's say the other racers take their turns and they're still behind the hare. In that case, they would skip that turn. So each one of these has a different ability. You're just going to read the card, you're going to draft, and eventually get a team of 4. And voila, just like that, I have drafted, or we have drafted 4 teams of 4. So in this 4-player game, everyone has 4 racers, and then before your first race, you are all going to select one simultaneously, or you're going to select one racer secretly and reveal, and then that's going to be the racer for the first race. Okay, now let's see who has picked the first racer for the first race. This player is taking the huge baby, player 1. Player 2, who'd you select? You got the hare. Okay. Player 3 has got the magician. And then player 4 chose the banana. So let's line them up in the start space. Go here. Okay. These are going to remain here so everyone knows what power they have. They all have their dice. Okay. And then they're going to roll off and see who's going to go first. So let me roll these 2 here. A 4 and a 1. And then these 2, 1 and 2. So first player is going to be the banana. And then we're going to go clockwise, which is going to go this way. So this one, this one, this one. So just imagine they're in a line or in a circle here. I've also, these are all the extra characters in the game. There's a ton of these in the game, and all their cards are here. Whenever I race, I like to have them spread out here, sort of like the audience. So anyways, let's get going here. The banana is first, so they're going to just roll and move. So they've done 6. Boom. Now their power is they trip any racer that that passes them. Okay, so in this case, they're in first place, so no one's passing me. Oops, a little green screen there. But they're in the lead, so let's see if anyone passes them. All right, let's go to the huge baby. The huge baby, 1, 2. I don't know why I got to say it like that, 1, 2. But let's see their ability. The huge baby is, they say, or their ability is, no one can ever be on my space besides the start. Whenever that would happen, put the racer on the space behind me instead. So, yeah, this is a big baby. You can't get past him. Let's see what happens here with the hare. The hare rolls a 4. Okay. No one can, so the baby, no one can ever be on my space. So, luckily they go past. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then they get +2 to their main move. 1, 2. Okay, so they're tied right now with the banana. Now, when they start their turn alone in the lead, they skip their main move. So that hasn't happened yet. Okay, finally, let's go see what the magician does. They are rolling last here in this turn, this race. I can re-roll my main move up to 2 times. Okay, so the magician gets to roll up to twice. Okay, they got a 3. They're going to re-roll again, so the first re-roll. They did a 6. That's exactly what they wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, these characters are all lying down. I should stand them up like this. I was doing this just so you can see the characters, but I'm gonna go like this because there's gonna be times when, and we saw this with the bananas ability. I trip any racer that passes me. So when you trip, so let's say the banana was here, and this character, the magician, went forward. They're gonna get tripped by the banana. They're gonna lie down, and what happens is you miss your next main move. Your main move being the roll move, right? So we're gonna keep these up here for now and continue the race. So it is the banana's turn. They've rolled a 1. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, they roll 1. Let's see what happens here. The huge baby's got to go. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've just passed the banana. They're laying down. The big baby is laying down. They're going to miss their next turn. Okay, time for the hare. So they're going to get +2 to their main move. Now, if they're in the lead all by themselves, they would skip their main move. But they're not, so they can take their main move, add a +2. So 6 + 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and they're tripped. So they're going to miss their next move anyways. And finally, the magician, they're going to go, they roll a 1. They're on the same space as the banana. Okay. So back to the banana. And that's how the race works, folks. You're going to continue rolling and moving your character. And then whoever eventually goes the first, they're going to take the first token, the trophy token off the top of the stack here. You'll notice that this is a 3, a 4, a 4, then a 5. So the later races are worth more. So in this case, whoever gets first will get 3. Then whoever gets second place will get the second place medal here. So that's going to be the end of the first race. Whoever's first gets the first token, second the second. So basically, whoever reaches those spaces first, that is immediate. Okay, so first then second, the race ends. So what you do at the end of the race, you would take these characters, okay, these 4, you're gonna put them in the crowd. They're done. They can just watch now. So we're gonna get the dice here. These characters out of the game, so you just discard these cards. So for the second game, you now have 3 cards to choose from. You're gonna flip over the track. And look at that, friends. We are now on the wild side. And what this is, it's the same thing as the mild, except they have a couple of extra spaces here. If you land here, you're going to get a point. If you land here, you're going to trip. Okay, land here, you get an additional 3 spaces. Land here, get an additional 1. Land here, get a point. So that's different than the trophy points. So the trophy points are only for the end of the game here, first, or end of the race, first and second place. And then the stars here, you're going to get these. There's also a bunch of star tokens that you're going to collect here. So you get 1 star here, 1 star here, etc. Okay, this is 4 spaces backwards, 2 forward, another trip, etc. You saw how we did trip with the banana, same thing. If you land on that spot, you just trip your character. You're going to miss your next main move. And that's it. You're going to race. This is the second thing, or second race. Same thing. You're going to select a character, place it out here. Everyone's going to do it at the same time. Then they reveal simultaneously. Okay. So in this case, we're looking at the centaur, the lovable loser, and the cheerleader. Oh, and the leap toad. Okay, so all these 4 characters will be in this race. Okay, leave these here again so you can see. And then everyone takes a die, and you roll off to see who goes first, and then you run the race just like we did. Now, there are 4 races. You're just going to, after this race, again, collect the trophy points, and then flip over to the other side, and then do it again, and then you'll have 2 more races, right? So we had 2 here. We flip over for the 3rd, then we flip back to this side for the 4th, and then whoever has the most points wins. And if there is a tie, you're just going to share the victory. Okay, folks, that's Magical Athlete. Hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.